the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network, as tonight we are here with the Aces Up Sim Sports Pro Series Sideshow. I'll spit it out sooner or later. Thank you very much for joining me as qualifying has gotten underway. I will be your host for tonight. My name is KR Stolpus. Our top 8 qualifiers here tonight go directly to the A main, as the 360 wing sprint cars here at Volusia will have a format similar to the Pro Series. With the top 8 going straight to the A main, we still expect 3 8-lap heat races and then 2 12-lap constellations. Last chance constellation, whatever you want to call it. The qualifying is underway. With that being said, as Bowen Smith takes the top spot, we are going to step away for the national anthem, and we'll be back with tonight's first heat race.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Heat race number 1 out on the speedway, so let's get right into our starting lineup. Chase Swafford, Kenny Hoffman make up row number 1. Row 2, Mason Hannigan and Jack Burke. Row 3, Scott Thomason and Ernie Williams Jr. Justin Osborne and Alex Szerzynski make up row number 4. I do want to point out that Chase Swafford got a bit of a late start, but is going to make his way to the pole position. So they should go green flag this time. This is heat race number 1. Your top 3 finishers will transfer into tonight's A main. So here we go. The pace truck gonna peel off, and Chase Swafford, Kenny Hoffman, green flag is out. We are underway. Lap in the books. Swafford out in front. Hoffman doing a great job. Holding on to second place. Mason Hannigan in that final transfer spot. Is Mason going to have anything for Hoffman? Does Ernie Williams want that third and final transfer spot more than the 22? 6 laps to go in this 8-lap heat race. Very quick lap times here at Volusia. Everyone running very single file here as this track is very fast right now. A lot of speed in this racetrack. Hoffman trying to change his lineup and make something happen. Hoffman maybe missed the mark a little bit there. Here comes Mason Hannigan. Hannigan is going to go up to the high side. Ernie Williams taking a peek down low. And we stay the same, the top 4. Opening up a gap from the rest of the field. Jack Burke rounding out your top 5. Gonna get 2 laps to go this time. Hoffman under pressure from Hannigan. Hannigan under pressure from Ernie Williams. Meanwhile, Chase Swafford the entire time has been out in front. Remember, our top 8 from qualifying have already transferred into the A main. Swafford, Hoffman, and Hannigan will join our top 8 qualifiers. Ernie Williams got one more shot, and it will go to Swafford, Hoffman, and Hannigan transferring in. Williams, Szerzynski, and Burke. Scott Thomason and Justin Osborne will move on to one of our 2 constellation races. Heat race number 2. Getting ready to line up. While our drivers are getting prepared for their heat race, I do want to take a moment and thank each and every one of you guys coming out tonight to watch. Make sure you cheer for your favorite driver. Do it loudly, do it often. Let me know who you are rooting for. Let me know who you think our best driver is here tonight. Let's get right into heat race number 2 starting lineup as the field begins to roll. Matt Grimm and Wyatt Schuart on row number 1. Row number 2 going to be Dustin Price and Chase Porter. Row 3, Kyle Hollenbeck and Nick Klosterman. And row number 4, Bryce, oh my gosh, we have got to talk about this, Bryce. The mental block I have with your last name is insane. I've never had this happen before, and I may never recover. So just know it's your fault, Bryce. And Michael Cooper on the outside. Honstein. It is Bryce Honstein. I know it's Bryce Honstein. I know it. But when I say it out loud, it doesn't want to come out that way. It's fine. It's fine. Fine. I'm a semi-professional broadcaster. And by semi-professional, I mean mostly amateurish, whole bunch of other churrishes. It is what it is. Heat race number 2 getting ready to fire off. Matt Grimm, Wyatt Schuart gonna wait for that pace truck to get out of their way. Here we go. 3 more drivers gonna transfer into the A main. Wyatt Schuart got caught napping Matt Grimm with a huge jump. Schuart immediately under pressure by the 33 of Dustin Price. Price trying to find somewhere to go. Schuart does a great job at recovery. Schuart now running 1 and 2, pulling away a little bit from Dustin Price. 5 of Price down on the inside. Chase Porter giving him some pressure. Porter gonna look to the inside, very close quarters racing right there. Porter can move up into 4th down the backstretch. Slider line through 3 and 4, put Chase Porter into 4th place. On board with Chase Porter as the 5 throws the slider and takes over 4th. Schuart taking a peek to the inside for the race lead. Slider through 3 and 4. Schuart at the line, your race leader. Grimm battling back in turns 1 and 2. Here comes Dustin Price. Does he have something to say about this? Schuart goes way up top, loses some ground. Matt Grimm, clear advantage 1 more time around. Matt Grimm down on the bottom, and he is going to pick up heat race number 2. Schuart and Price will join him in the A main. Everyone else into our LCQs. We got 2 constellation races. Our 3rd and final heat race. Drivers lining up here at a beautiful day in Volusia. Go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup for this one as they begin to roll out. Braden Matson and Trevor Royer make up row number 1. Row 2, 7 of Connor Dudek and Matthew Croak. Dakota Osborne and Jesse Bandy make up row 3. And Larry Moody in the 73, our final starting spot here tonight. Got to meet Larry Moody to go on board for this restart. For this start, yeah, I got to meet Larry Moody at Lakeside. Enjoyed that night of racing and hanging out with Larry and the league owner, Chad Griggs. Good times had by all. Right up until Chad had his trailer stolen. That was not fun. Here we go. Going to be a barn burner of a heat race. Last shot to get filed in directly to the A main. There's 3 drivers going to transfer in. Pace truck is to pit road. Green flag is out. Braden Matson to the race lead. Matson puts that right there on the fluff. It's a good run, and Matson going to come off as your leader for lap number 1. Dudek sliding into second. Trevor Royer falling to third. Jesse Bandy throwing a slider on Dakota Osborne. Trevor Royer and Connor Dudek begin to battle it out. Gonna get 3 laps to go. As Royer sitting in second, slider on Dudek. Madsen doing a great job staying true to his line. Royer maybe getting enough of a gap to hold off Dudek for the moment. Connor coming in with a slider, closes through 3 and 4. Connor with a great run through 3 and 4. Royer trying to take the air away from him. Final lap, Madsen saying, you two have at it. I want to try and win this thing. Here he comes off the turn number 4. Madsen, Royer, Dudek going to transfer in. Andy, Osborne, Moody, and Crow all into one of our 2 Constellation races. First LCQ of the night, starting to line up. Go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup for this one. Ernie Williams Jr. and Jesse Bandy for row number 1. Row 2 going to be Chase Porter and Jack Burke. Row 3 be Larry Moody and Michael Cooper. Justin Osborne, final starting spot in our first LCQ of the night. The 2 drivers out of each LCQ will round out the field. Jesse Bandy as we start our final parade lap. Let some heat get into these engines. Let the drivers get rid of their final little bit of butterflies. Here we go, Jesse Bandy gonna take us on for this start. Pace truck is down and away. Ernie Williams Jr., Jesse Bandy on the throttle. Bandy immediately losing the spot to Chase Porter. Williams to the early lead. Porter into second, Jesse Bandy in third. Williams and Porter holding on to the transfer spots. Second place. Michael Cooper in trouble. He is not sure what has happened to him, but he is slow along with Larry Moody. Both drivers keep going. The race leader is Ernie Williams Jr. He is enjoying that clean air and enjoying that race lead. Heck of a battle for third. Chase Porter is held on to second since turn 1. Andy wants it back. Jack Burke wants to try and do something here as well. Volusia, a very fast racetrack. These 360 sprint cars, a lot of on the throttle time, so it's very hard to make up time. Have to have that car picture perfect. Right now, that is Ernie Williams in this heat race. Oh, and around! One car out of shape, that is Jack Burke. Chase Porter falling to third is Jesse Bandy. Oh, and Porter and Bandy make contact. Around goes Bandy. 4 laps to go, and Bandy falls to 5th. Meanwhile, all that going down, Ernie Williams Jr. in the 91, enjoying a clean stroll through the park. Ernie Williams going to get the white flag this time. One more time around. Chase Porter right now finds himself in second place. Justin Osborne, who owns the fastest lap of this LCQ, giving chase. But he is going to run out of time. Ernie Williams picks up the win. Chase Porter transferring in. Osborne, Moody, Bandy, Cooper, and Burke. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight. Hope to see you next week. Second LCQ starting to form up. Get a look at our starting lineup as they begin to roll out. Row number 1, Bryce Honstein. And the number 5, Alex Szerzynski to the outside. Row 2, Dakota Osborne, Nick Klosterman. Row 3, Scott Thomason and Matthew Crow. Kyle Hollenbeck making up the final spot. Laps the distance here in LCQ number 2. Here we go. Final shot to get into tonight's A main. 5 and the 23 on the front row. 2 drivers going to transfer in. Here we go. Pace truck down on the lane. Green flag is out. Bryce jumps out to the early race lead. Got a good start. Szerzynski trying to give chase in that blue and white 23. Szerzynski battling for second. These two gotta be careful. They might take each other out. But both of them know what is at stake here. That second place final transfer spot into tonight's A main. Right now Szerzynski has it. Osborne wants it. And these two keep swapping sliders. Bryce Honstein trying to run away from everyone. We have 7 laps to go. Matthew Croak closing in. Now we got a 3-car battle pull away. And while your race leader is staying the same from the get-go. Bryce has had that right rear in the fluff. Chase, maybe going to run out of time, but he is definitely closing in. So Szarzinski going to have a shot here. 2 laps to go. Catching is one thing, passing is another. And Szarzinski is there. Here comes the slider. Einstein battles back, returns the favor, and 3 and 4, white flag in the air. Szarzinski down on the bottom, maybe gonna get it for the final shot here. And Szarzinski takes over the top place. The 5, one last effort, but off of turn number 4, the 23 gonna get it done. The number 5 following into the A-main. Osborne, Croak, Klosterman, Hollenbeck, and Thomason, thank you very much for coming out tonight. But it didn't go your guys' way. So with that being said, there is a 5-minute warm-up session here. So we are gonna step away. We are gonna pay some bills. So no one go anywhere. We'll be back with tonight's A-main event.
You wanted the best, you got him for a breast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
For joining me here tonight. I do hope that tonight's A-main is as exciting as our heat races and LCQs were. Drivers not allowed onto the speedway for at least another minute, but they are finding creative ways to forcefully enter the racetrack. We'll have 1 minute of warm-up time. Work this track in once again. one more minute in this warm-up session. Last chance to do some fine-tuning here in the 360 wing sprint cars. Tonight's A main going to have 21 starters, 35 lap feature. And for the first time tonight, if you missed qualifying, you will get to see our top 8 qualifiers, which, by the way, our top 8 qualifiers are inverted. Ryan Avila, Aiden Forster, Bowen Smith, Bradley Cox, Josh Whiteman, Tanner Pettit, Stephen Gaines, and Ethan Johnson were your top 8. With that being said, let's flip them. Ethan Johnson on the pole for this one. Let's get right into the rest of our starting lineup. As I mentioned, Ethan Johnson, Stephen Gaines on the front row. Row number 2, Tanner Pettit, Josh Whiteman, Bradley Cox, Bowen Smith, and row number 3, row 4, Aiden Forster and Ryan Avila. There's your top 8. Chase Swafford and Matt Grimm. Row number 5. Row 6, Braden Matson and Kenny Hoffman. Row 7, Wyatt Schuart, Trevor Royer. Row number 8, Mason Hannigan and Dustin Price. Row 9, Connor Dudek, Ernie Williams Jr. Row number 10, going to be Alex Szerzynski and Chase Porter. Bryce Hunstein in our final starting spot in the number 5. Field ready to rock. Pace truck gonna go around one more time. Ethan Johnson, Stephen Gaines. We haven't seen these guys outside of qualifying. We don't know how good they're gonna be. Giving the advantage to drivers like Matt Grimm, Chase Swafford, who have had some time out on this racetrack. Winged sprint cars here at Volusia is all about momentum. We'll see if Matt Grimm and Chase Swafford have it. Here we go. Green flag is out. Johnson and Pettit on the throttle. Johnson to the race lead. Johnson has the race lead. Pettit is giving chase. Pettit has the fastest lap. He goes down to the bottom, same time as the 11. Great racing all around. Big amount of cars. Mason Hannigan in the 22. Running very close to the wall. Here comes Kenny Hoffman. Down on the bottom as well. Let's go on board with the number 11. 60s, everyone battling tooth and nail as Tanner Pettit takes over the top spot. Pettit, our race leader. Stephen Gaines in trouble. Trevor Warrior in trouble as well, but we stay green for the moment as Warrior pulls it onto pit road. Not sure what happened to those two drivers, but an early exit for them. Johnson falling to second as Tanner Pettit is our race leader. Aiden Forster has worked his way forward. At number 20 looking very sharp here tonight. Bradley Cox in fourth, and rounding out your top five, that is Bowen Smith. Ryan Avila right behind him. Oh, is Smith hard into the wall. He is out of the park. To Bowen Smith with an early exit. Not sure who he saw that he desperately needed to talk to, but that is going to do it for Bowen Smith. 5 laps to go. Swafford moving up, as well as Mason Hannigan. Hannigan into 6th, Swafford is 7th. Connor Dudek up 5 places from where he started this race. Out of the race, Bowen Smith, Trevor Warrior, Stephen Gaines. We've been green since the drop of that green flag the first time. Tanner Pettit, your race leader, but Aiden Forster has moved into second. And Aiden looking very strong here. Aiden up 5 positions, but our biggest mover right now is the 22 of Mason Hannigan. Hannigan up 9 spots in the UDTV 22, Ultimate Dirt TV. So Hannigan on the throttle and working forward. And our first yellow flag of the night comes out. Take a look at what happened here. I believe Hoffman going to get into some trouble here. Hoffman gets a little bit too high. Slight contact there. That is going to do it. Looks like he stalled it. Straight on to pit road. As the fuel will catch its breath. Aiden Forster is our race leader. Cox taking a peek to the inside of the 11 of Johnson. But here comes Mason Hannigan and Ryan Avila. They're working their way forward just as fast. And our second caution of the night is coming out. Stephen Gaines in trouble. Gaines, who had a very early entrance onto pit road, once again going to find himself needing the assistance of his pit crew. While we were looking through the field, Forrester was able to pass Tanner Pettit for the race lead. Let's take a look at how that went down. Pettit in the 24 getting out of shape. Forrester taking full advantage of it. Track here at Volusia, very tricky. If you miss it just a little bit, it's going to send you straight up into the wall. It's going to be a rough go. Tanner Pettit pulled it onto pit road to work on that race car. He is back out there, but he is all the way down in 15th spot. Lights are out on the Chevy Silverado. Johnson going to close up. Good formation, single file restart. Forrester, Johnson, Avila, Cox, Hannigan. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Two yellow flags have slowed us down here in this 35 lap main event. And Forrester out in front. Mason Hannigan, still your biggest mover of the race, up 10 spots to be in the top 5. Start has really bunched these guys up. They know that they got to get after it. Oh, Ernie Williams Jr., Wyatt Short, contact. And it looks like they're going to collect the 5 of Bryce Hunstein. And Short and everyone else able to keep going. But the yellow flag is out once again. Take a look at this one. Ernie Williams looks like he maybe got into the wall a little too much. Schuart nowhere to go. Bryce charging in as well. Everyone able to keep it rolling. So caution flag out once again. Give a shout out to Finish Line Race Designs, once again helping sponsor this Aces Up Sim Sports Pro Series Sideshow. Good grief, still can't spit it all out. Finish Line Race Designs coming on board with Aces Up for quite a while now. find Finish Line Race Designs over on Facebook. Lights are out on our Chevy Silverado. We get ready to go racing once again. 3 yellow flags. Run and in the books. Here we go. Cox in the 45, goes right to the high side. Aiden Forster, Ethan Johnson, Mason Hannigan, Ryan Avila, big time battle. Hannigan trying to put it up into third. Mason Hannigan on a mission here. 12 spots. This guy might have a shot at the race lead. Just has to get by Ethan Johnson at first. Ethan Johnson. He has to clear Ethan Johnson first is what I'm trying to say. Oh, that's not how you want to do it. That's going to cost you. Avila sliding into third. Nine laps to go for Aiden Forster as he is out in front with a 1-second lead. Ethan Johnson doing all he can to hold these guys off. Hannigan and Avila, very close racing right there. On board with Ethan Johnson. Is out once again. And I believe this one is going to have Ernie Williams Jr. and Tanner Pettit involved. Maybe just Tanner Pettit. Ernie looked like he was already on pit road. Swafford, Tanner Pettit, Tangle, and Pettit, big time here. Hey, he never lifted though, folks. Isn't it crazy how a driver will tell you, I never lifted, I crashed, but I never lifted. Okay. Pettit able to keep going, but a lot of damage on that race car. Pettit being worked on, maybe can get back out there, not 100% sure, but a lot of damage on that race car. Stephen Gaines, Bowen Smith, Alex Trzynski, Dustin Price out of the race. We go back to green flag racing. Down to 6 laps to go. Forster, your race leader. Johnson solidly in second. And by solidly, I mean maybe kind of possibly in second. But for how long? Big trouble in 3 and 4. Field stacked up once again. 5th yellow flag coming out. Connor Dudek getting a big piece of that. Wyatt Schuart. Hard impact into the wall. Schuart able to keep going. So a couple yellow flags coming out in the late stages of this race. Forster, Johnson, Hannigan, Avila, and a Whiteman, your top 5. Here we go, Forster, Johnson, Hannigan. Green flag is out, we are back underway. Trying to wrap this one up, 4 laps to go. Johnson dives down to the bottom, Forster staying committed to the outside lane. Mason Hannigan in 3rd with Ryan Avila in 4th. Hannigan still our biggest mover of the race, but Bryce Honstein right there as well. Oh, big impact for Johnson and Hannigan. We stay green, now the yellow comes out. And that was a huge hit. For Ethan Johnson. Johnson and Hannigan were battling in turns 1 and 2. And it looks like Hannigan just can't make the corner. And Johnson running tight to his right rear, taking the short end of that battle. Hannigan goes down to the bottom and it looks like he just misses his mark a little bit. And because of that, does not go where Johnson expects. And man, did that 11 take a shot. Able to keep going. Looked like maybe Johnson showing his displeasure for the moment. As the lights go out on the Chevy Silverado. Restart. Here we go. Green flag is out. This is going to be a short sprint to the end of this one. Forster under pressure from Ryan Avila. Kenny Hoffman right there as well. Hoffman down on the bottom. Final lap, 3 wide going into turn number 1. Whiteman and Madsen round out your top 5. And here they come, and Forster picks up the win. Ryan Avila in 2nd, and Kenny Hoffman will round out the podium. Go ahead and look at the rest of our race results for our first of 10 races. Josh Whiteman brings it home in fourth. Fifth goes to Braden Madsen. Bryce Hunstein in sixth. Seventh goes to Connor Dudek. Chase Swafford eighth. Matt Grimm ninth. Bradley Cox in 10th. 11th, Wyatt Schuart. Ethan Johnson in 12th. Mason Hannigan 13th. 14th, Chase Porter. Tanner Pettit in 15th spot. 16th goes to Trevor Royer. Ernie Williams Jr. 17th. 18th, Dustin Price. Alex Szerzynski 19th. 20th, Bowen Smith. And Stephen Gaines in 21st. With that being said, let's get right into it and let's talk to our race winner. That is the 20 of Aiden Forster. Aiden, you come up 6 spots to pick up the race win here tonight at Volusia. What a way to kick off this 10 race series.
Yeah, I honestly didn't expect to come out with a win. We haven't been the best lately, but not from a lack of effort. So we'll take it. Hopefully this is some momentum we can build into the season, can make a little bit of money, and hopefully it keeps going. It's been rough lately, but we're trying, and hopefully we keep it going.
Well, Aiden, a little bit of a different format for me. Maybe, in fact, it's my first time calling this one, but it may not be yours. What's it like to qualify in the top 8 and then not do anything till the feature?
Yeah, that's a lot changes with the track in that time. So got to make sure we're good on the setup and good with our driving, because track changes a bunch from qualifying the feature, especially when he doesn't reset the track. So it's definitely a challenge not getting those laps, but we Tanner builds a great setup and we'll always have speed, and I'm pretty confident in our ability to just show up and do good.
Well, man, nice job picking up the win here at Volusia. Shout outs, thank yous, anything you need to add?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Tanner Pettit Racing, Dalton Shrum, Mac Tools, and just everybody has a hand in our sim racing. We're a small team, and we're making it work. We're trying.
All right, man. Well, once again, nice job and congratulations on this great run here tonight.
Thank you.
That is Aiden Forster, your race winner. Now let's move on to our second place finisher. That is the 49 of Ryan Avila. And let's get talking to him. Ryan, a great second place finish for you. You moved up 6 spots, chasing that number 20 here tonight.
Yeah, kind of got screwed on that start there. I feel like if I started on the inside, I'd be right where Aiden's at. But no, 8th to 2nd, not bad. Went 1-2, so pretty happy.
Man, I'll tell you what, it was fun watching you guys come up through the field. I asked Aiden about this. What's it like to qualify in the top 8 and then not touch the track until the feature?
It's kind of sucks, to be honest. I mean, those are our first laps. So first laps of practice were our first laps of the kind of the combo all season. So no, I mean, it kind of sucked not getting laps under, but got a 1 minute into the warm up. So not too bad. Probably should practice next time and maybe qualify 8th or 7th this time, but not bad. Got a lot of confidence going into pro on Monday. So if I can definitely lay down a heater and put myself in that 6th to 8th range, it should be fine.
All right, Ryan. Well, great second place run for you here at Volusia. Shout outs, thank yous, anything you need to add?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Tanner, Aiden, all those guys, Jimmy P, Mac Tools, Aces Up, 80 Transport Express, Dalton Shrum Photography, Free Speed, 1425 Photography, BCR. You for broadcasting. It's pretty sick to, go back and watch and have someone commentate over our races. Chad for putting it up, Mom and Dad all the time. That's about it.
All right, Ryan, once again, congratulations on second place.
Thank you.
All right, now let's move on to our third and final step of the podium. That is none other than the 11 of Kenny Hoffman. Kenny, how about that run for you? Quite a few cars passed up 9 spots.
How's it going, KR, dude? That was an interesting race. I thought I was going to leave the ballpark at one point, and I somehow was able to stay in it. Got my crook repaired. Drove this thing back to the front.
Hey, man, I'll tell you what. A couple other guys got some home runs. Why didn't you? What was your holdup?
What, are you talking about going over the fence?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, all right. I wasn't ripping the cush down hard enough, I guess. Usually I'm a full send type guy, but I had to pull out my inner Donnie shots and just kind of pick them off around the bottom.
Hey, you got to pass them where they're not, but no fault for not trying to go over the fence. Here in Volusia, that doesn't get the best of press when that happens.
No. I mean, I'll come out and press it next week. Just for you.
Man. Well, a great run for you. Final step of the podium. Nice job. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything you need to add for this great run for the third place?
Yeah, thanks. Just, shout out to this whole KHR team. Really, we've been kind of clicking across all cylinders recently. And, part of that is just, huge shout out to Colin Bocus and Bocus Built Sprints. We partnered up earlier in this season, just seeing what we could do, and we're in pretty good shape. We've been rolling a lot with him. He's I walked into the sprint race on Monday, and I think Connor Dudek should also be locked in. We're trying to get two more guys locked in, so let's see what they can do. But yeah, huge shout out to him for all of his help to our team, and shout out to sponsors, Aces Up, SimSport, JRB Designs, DSD Designs, KSMS Racing Media, Jonathan Piquet Racing, Casey Simons Photography, Victory Fuel. Shout out to Chad for putting on 2 free-to-entry leagues for, not a bad payout at all. That's just, good help, especially on the 410 side for, practice for these quote-unquote Pro Series races. So, huge shout out to him. Huge shout out to, like I said, the team. Thanks for broadcasting for us. And, Connor Dudek, he had a good run going until he found some misfortune. But, at least we got Howie getting the hard charger going plus 15. So that's always a positive.
All right, man. Well, nice job. Final step of the podium. Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
Kenny Hoffman getting it done. Now we got just one more driver to talk to, and that is tonight's hard charger. And of course, I would have to talk to him because I can't say his last name. It's whatever. I do the best I can, Bryce. Like, I literally, I recite it in my head, but it always comes out wrong.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's Hallenstein.
See, I know that. That's how I say that in my mind, but yeah. It's a struggle, Bryce. So I do what I can, man. So, hey, speaking of doing what you can, man, what a charge for you. Up 15 spots to be tonight's hard charger.
Yeah, definitely had to tighten down the do-rag for that one because we had a long ways to go. Didn't set ourselves up very well early in the night with qualifying. I think I was a dang near last there, and I had a pretty decent charge to the heat race, getting myself to 4th and putting myself on the pole with that B-main. Got up there and kind of goofed a little too and fell back a spot and put me dead last of the feature. Not what we wanted to start the night, but came out to be a pretty decent run.
Well, man, a great run for you. It was fun watching you work your way forward. It started off a little slow for you, but there, as attrition kind of started setting in, your number 5 kept charging.
Yeah, this track's notorious for making some really great drivers get a little squirrely, and so I knew if I just hung back there long enough, some guys would give me some spots that I wouldn't have to race for, and it's always nice to take the free ones, but it's also fun to get up there and elbows up and kind of race these guys too. So it was a nice balance of both to be able to put myself in this situation.
All right, man. So from dead last up to 6th place, shout outs, thank yous, anything you need to add?
Yeah, absolutely. Got some guys to thank. T2 Promotions, Lumber Lounge and Garage, KSMS Racing Media, F&M Performance, Dudek Sim Design, Aces Up, Chad for the league, you for the broadcast, and most importantly, Kenny Hoffman Racing. Really put a lot of time into me, not just tossing me a setup and saying, here, run this logo, but sitting down, spending testing sessions, just helped me get faster and faster week by week. So really thankful for the guys back there in the stable.
All right, Bryce. Once again, congratulations on that hard charger award.
Awesome. Thanks a bunch. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. That was Bryce, our hard charger. What an outstanding drive. And that guy really had to work for it here tonight as well. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. Make sure you're here next week as we head off to Weed Sport. And man, race number 2 looking like it's going to be just as exciting as our season opener. So until then, stay safe and have a good night.